Chapter 5. Wake Up Winning. This is what Trump does over and over. When he's cornered, when the facts are stacked against him, when a room is divided, he doesn't retreat, he doesn't concede. He claims victory. And the brutal truth is this: it fucking works. People fall in line not because he's right, but because certainty is magnetic and chaos is exhausting. When a leader stands in front of a fractured room and simply declares the outcome, most people exhale and say, okay, I guess that's where we're going. It's human nature. We want stability. We want direction. We want to feel like somebody, somewhere is in control. You need to understand this tactic because it shapes boardrooms, politics, negotiations, and backroom deals everywhere. It's not about being good, it's about knowing how power really works when the air gets thin. The mountain peaks. Picture this, you're climbing your argument like a mountain. They're climbing theirs on the opposite peak. You both dig in, sweat pouring, muscles aching, arguments sharpening like ice axes as you go higher and higher. Every word, every fact, every angle is another step. Then you reach the very top, your best, sharpest, deadliest point. You stop. You don't keep swinging your axe in the air. You don't keep throwing more words after your strongest words, because anything you say past your peak only walks you back down. So shut the fuck up. And you let the other person keep climbing, and then start sliding. You let them keep talking, keep scrambling, keep trying to find new angles, and every word they say now chips away at the ground under them. They talk themselves down the mountain. They weaken their own fucking position. Then you end the meeting. You don't argue. You don't try to win right there and then. You let them leave thinking they're still in the fight. The next day, you open a new meeting or send a new message with your position as the headline. You speak as if the decision has already been made. You dismiss the other point as if it never existed. It's not magic, it's not luck, that's control. Why it works. It works because people crave order more than they crave truth. When they sense someone speaking with unshakable authority, they stop asking whether that authority is deserved. Most people are weak, not stupid, not evil, but weak in that deep human way. They avoid conflict. They want someone else to define the rules so they can feel safe. They want to belong to the winning side. If you notice the weakness and you are not weak yourself, you have already won 90% of the battle before the first word is fucking spoken. And here's the hard part. You have to shove empathy down as far as you can, because empathy makes you react. Reaction is weakness. The second you start reacting, defending, justifying, and explaining, you're no longer on the peak, you're climbing back down. That's when they win. The mind twist example. Let me drag you into a room where this tactic lives, so deep you can feel it in your chest. You're in a conference room, long table, fluorescent lights buzzing. Your boss, let's call him the golden guy, he's been tearing apart your proposal for 45 minutes. You're defending every point. You've climbed your mountain, sweat prickles off your back. The other managers are watching, arms folded, silently picking sides. And then right when you've delivered your final perfect defense, he leans back, smiles, folds his hands, and says, exactly, that's why we're moving forward with my plan. The room freezes. Wait, what? That's not what you agreed on. That's not what anyone agreed on. But no one speaks. Because suddenly, his plan is the plan. His confidence is so casual, so absolute, it feels like maybe you misheard the whole fucking thing. Maybe you did agree. Maybe you're the one who's confused. He stands up, meeting over. By the time you hit the hallway, people are slapping him on the back, nodding along. Your jaw tightens. You feel like you've been pushed out of your own body, like you're watching the room follow a man who just rewrote the script in front of your eyes. This is the moment where people want to scream, get me out of this MAGA mind, because the logic you thought mattered, it doesn't. The truth you fought for is irrelevant. The reality you believed in is gone. And you're left grasping in a hall that feels like it belongs in a different dimension, wondering how the hell everyone else just went along with it. The mechanics. If you think this is all about words, you're already missing half of it. Tone and body language matter more than anything you say. When you're doing this, you never swallow hard. You never look shaken. You never glance around the room like you're searching for approval. If you feel yourself getting offbeat, fucking yawn. Fiddle with your fucking pockets. Look like you don't even care what they're saying. Look like you've already decided and they're wasting your fucking time. Frustration is a power move here. Not angry, not raging, just annoyed. Like their objections are beneath you. That's the signal you're sending. This isn't even worth my fucking attention. Because once the room feels like you don't care, they start to care less about fighting you. And that's when they fall in line. When to use it. You don't deploy this on everyone. When someone equal to you, equal in facts, equal in influence, equal in firepower, you might win them over with logic and persuasion. But when you hit someone who isn't equal in those arenas, when you realize persuasion won't land because they're dug in so deep, that's when you shift gears. That's when you use manipulation. Not the feel-good version of leadership everyone writes about, the real version, the one they teach you in MAGA boardrooms and backrooms and hell, in business schools now. Because this isn't just politics anymore. This is how business is taught today in MAGA land. Don't win fair, just win. Does it ever backfire? No. Because if it ever did, you claim victory on that one too. That's the beauty and the poison of it. People think they got you in a gotcha moment, some explosive contradiction or slip up. But if you stay calm, if you treat that moment as if it's happening inside your boundaries, you win again. You made them argue with themselves, not with you. And once they're fighting shadows, you're already fucking gone. How to burn it down. Here's the part they don't expect me to tell you. You can burn this fucking tactic down. The way to beat somebody who claims victory out of nowhere is to claim victory first, but not with noise, with reasoning, with relentless institutional clarity. Pound them into the ground with truth and logic and keep pounding, don't let up. Force your reasoning to become the new system, the new peak they can't climb past. Because when you see the trick, you see how fragile it really is. Certainty only works if no one else is willing to stand taller. So here's my final word. I'm not telling you to go use this on your family. I'm not telling you to turn every dinner conversation into a manipulation contest. That's not leadership, that's fucking cruelty. I'm showing you the wiring behind the walls. I'm showing you what happens in those rooms so you can recognize it, fight it, and if you have to, burn it the fuck down. Even though they claim victory, the way to beat that is to claim victory yourself. Pound them into the ground with better reasoning, keep pounding, and never stop until the truth stands taller than their fucking illusions. Let's fucking go.